Good evening. I'm Dr. Anton Reese, President of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. Welcome to the graduation ceremonies of WKCTC. In your program, we have Paducah Fowler's Black singing the national anthem and My Old Kentucky Home. However, we also have with us this evening Emily Yoakum Black, who is freshly back from earning her master's degree in vocal performance from the University of Louisville. She will now perform the national anthem for us. Gentlemen, please remove your mortarboards. Ladies may do so if you wish.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Bravo, bravo. Very good. Yeah.
Please be seated. I would now like to recognize those honored guests who are present this evening. As I introduce our platform guests, kindly hold your applause until all have been introduced. From our PJC Board of Trustees, Vice Chair Ann Denton. From the West Kentucky Community Technical College Board of Directors, Chair Jason Jones, Faculty Representative Heather Coltharp. Our speaker for this evening, Mayor Brandy Harless. Dr. Tina Payne, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Dr. Belinda Dalton Russell, Vice President, Student Development. Dallas McKinney, Student Speaker. First Lady Cornelia Reese. Let's give a round of applause. Thank you so much. Yes. West Kentucky Community and Technical College is known for the outstanding success of our students, a supportive community, and a committed faculty and staff. But did you know that among our ranks are veterans of every branch of the armed forces? Year after year, our enrollment reflects an incredible, diverse population of non-traditional students with military service. Even better is the fact that we have several veterans among our faculty and staff, many of them serving as mentors to our student veterans. So in keeping with our proud tradition of serving those who served, we want to recognize those wearing red, white, and blue honor cords by asking them now to stand. Will you join me in thanking them for their valuable service to our country? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Jason Jones, Chair of WKCTC Board of Directors, will now bring greetings and introduce our student speakers.
Good afternoon on behalf of the WKCTC Board of Directors. Congratulations to the graduates and to your family and to your friends who have supported you. Today you are graduating from one of the top 10 of community colleges throughout the country out of more than 1,100 community colleges. So I think that deserves a round of applause. You all should be very proud of yourselves, and we're certainly very proud of you. Our first speaker today is Dallas McKinney. Dallas has been an active representative of WKCTC, and he served diligently as a student government president, a student ambassador, volunteering many hours at the college and in the community, and is a member of the college's Iota Eta chapter of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Dallas is earning an associate in science degree and plans to transfer to Western Kentucky University to study meteorology. Please welcome Dallas McKinney.
Thank you, Chairman Jones, for that introduction. Each of us has a desire to grow into the person we are called to be. But first, one has to be challenged. If you take the same path every day, you may never see the waterfall or the wildflower sprouting. Everything in your rut will become dull. Challenges come from every side, whether it is 3 homework assignments to do in one day to your car breaking down. These day-to-day experiences help us see the areas we can improve upon if we are able to look at ourselves objectively. In this light, we can endeavor to change, to seize opportunities to make ourselves better. When I started at West Kentucky Community and Technical College, I was quiet and reserved. I spent most of my time, while not in class, alone in the library studying. However, gradually, I was coaxed out of my shell by the food for both the mind and the body offered at campus activities. At the same time, my professors beckoned me to break the silence in the classroom with questions, the key to knowledge. Each day gave me a chance to reach out farther, like a cucumber vine, searching for support. Then I was asked to announce our college's home basketball games. Then I ran for and became the Student Government Association president. Then I applied to be a student ambassador. Then I was convinced to join the cross-country running team. Then I became a part of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. And now I'm speaking here. In less than 2 years, I have transformed from a reclusive student to a student leader. This has happened because of the people in my life who provided the environment I needed to achieve personal growth. Early on, my parents, who met 30 years ago at West Kentucky Vocational School, planted the seed of the desire for knowledge in me. They and the teachers from my school watered it, helping me grow. Then the college gave me fertilizer and open space in the sun to strive for my full potential. Every student needs a different balance of ingredients to make them successful, and our college has provided it. I'm grateful for the influence others have had on my life, and I want to encourage the staff and faculty to keep it up for the next wave of students arriving in this graduating class's absence. Through the financial generosity of the Paducah Junior College Foundation, I've been provided the opportunity to focus on my education and advancement. While not all graduates have received the blessing of financial scholarships, we all share another opportunity, our completed degrees from WKCTC. We have gone through tough classes like English 101, college algebra, and public speaking. Inevitably, we waited in line in the Anderson building and walked miles in the parking lots during pouring rains. But we came out better for it. The experiences, friends, and perseverance gained from attending our top 10 community college will act as each graduate's lifelong foundation to grow from. Now, as we leave for four-year universities or the workforce, do not be afraid to branch out, push yourself, and overcome your challenges. Then, once you've succeeded, plant and grow the seeds of success in others that have already blossomed in yourself.
Thank you, Dallas, for those comments. And we can say when Dallas joined the board at WKCTC as a student representative, you came in, you were very quiet, but as the year progressed, he became very outspoken and a true leader, and we appreciate that very much. Unfortunately, our second student speaker could not be with us here this evening. It does give me great honor today to announce that for the first time, the chair of the WKCTC Board of Directors will present an Unsung Student Hero Award. This award recognizes a student who has gone beyond the call of duty and contributed to student advocacy, engagement, and success on campus. So if you will, please join me in congratulating our inaugural winner of this, Mr. Dallas McKinney. Thank you, Dallas, for your contribution and your hard work.
Paducah Junior College Incorporated is the foundation for WKCTC. PJC has a long history of committed leadership to the community and support of the educational programs offered by the college. Ann Denton, Vice Chair of the PJC Board of Trustees, will now bring greetings and introduce our featured speaker.
Greetings from the PJC Foundation. Brandy Harless was elected as mayor in November 2016, and she definitely hit the road running when her term began in January 2017. Mayor Harless is the CEO and co-founder of Personal Medicine Plus and the contracted network director of Purchase Area Health Connections. She has served as the program director of Rocktown in Nashville, Tennessee, research assistant at Harvard University Initiative in Sierra Leone, West Africa, and knowledge manager at Management Science for Health in Washington, D.C. Since returning to Paducah in 2009, she has served as a grant writer, development manager for Heartland Cares, innovation director at Entree Paducah, and executive director at St. Nicholas Family Clinic. Please welcome Mayor Brandy Harless.
Well, good evening, everyone. When I step up to any podium in the last 125 days, I feel it's very important for me to make sure you know two things that you're all wondering. Yes, I'm young. I'll tell you how old I am. I'm 34, so don't guess anymore. I'm not 29, I'm 34. And yes, I'm short. And my entire life, I've said that my spirit is tall and my physical body is small. So thank you all so much for getting that out of the way, and let me get that out of the way before we get started. I first want to say congratulations to all of you sitting in these rows before me. I am in awe of people who decide that education is one of the most important things they can do in their lives. And so congratulations to you for taking the step to do that. Whether it's just the beginning or whether this is the end for you, either way, congratulations for doing that. One thing that I wanted to talk about tonight is something I think we all are familiar with. How many of you have heard the term, get out of your comfort zone? Can I see some hands? Anyone heard that? Yeah. So how many of you have actually done things in your life that you feel were out of your comfort zone? Can I see the hands on that one? More than have heard of it, so that's good news for us. You know, I want to suggest to you today that in order to have a vibrant and thriving life and career, we must constantly seek experiences outside of our comfort zone. And in doing so, it helps us change the narratives we tell ourselves about each other and about our own success. I want to share a little bit more detail from my bio of the experiences that I've had that have put me outside of my comfort zone. When I was graduating from high school, I was a farm girl from Ballard County. Any Ballard Countyans in here? All right, we got some. Okay. When I graduated, I knew that I was interested in the world. I'm an only child, and my mom was very worried that my interest was going to take me to places she wasn't comfortable with. I ended up doing that, and she ended up growing along with me, which was always an exciting thing to see. When I was in Nashville, I worked for a place called Rocketown, and I had an opportunity to step outside of my comfort zone when I started noticing that about 1.5 miles down the road from where I was working was the largest housing projects in the city. It was about 1,000 residents that lived in this inner city housing projects in Nashville, the largest one in the city at the time. And I always noticed that people who I knew were driving past that neighborhood, rolling up their windows and locking their doors. And that got me curious, because I thought to myself, if it's true that we all can find common ground, and it's true that we all have some kind of connection in the world with each other, then how can it be that we should be so fearful of driving past a neighborhood that may look different than we? So I ended up rolling down my window and unlocking my door and going into the neighborhood. And it led to 4 years of some of the most amazing experiences that I could have had. I ended up having the opportunity of mentoring young women who were trying to get into college, young women who were pregnant, young women who had situations that may not have afforded them the life that they wanted to live. And I became such close friends with these women, and they changed my life. And what they did was they helped me change the narrative that I had about their lives. It was one of the most impactful things that I probably have experienced in my lifetime. Well, it put me on a trajectory of putting myself out of my comfort zone. I got to the point where I literally would say to myself, what's the next thing? How can I continue to grow and get out of my comfort zone? So when I was in graduate school at Boston University, I had the fortune of working at Harvard. And we were working on a research study in Sierra Leone, West Africa. Anyone seen the movie Blood Diamond? It was about a civil war that happened in that country. My job was to go in and study the resiliency of children who were now adults and their experience during that war. They were former child soldiers. So I spent 6 months traveling around the country that did not look like me, was very uncomfortable. I had many moments of fear. In fact, one moment was when we were driving from one side of the country to the other, and we were stopped by a roadblock. Big men with big machine guns standing in the middle of the road, and we had no option but to stop. They wanted our passports, they wanted us to give them a bribe, they wanted all those things. Luckily, we had some incredible, compassionate local Sierra Leonean staff with us, and they helped us through the situation. But you know, the one experience I walked away from, having spent 6 months in a place like that, was the dichotomy of experiences that we have when we put ourselves outside of our comfort zone. While I had a scare and a fearful moment like that, I also had the tremendous experience of learning from people who were different than me and gaining real relationships. And they helped me to understand that getting out of my comfort zone was, in fact, worth it. One of the hardest things that I've ever done, and one of the moments that has put me outside of my comfort zone more than anything else I've done, was when I moved home in 2009. And when I made that decision that I was going to put my feet plantly into the city, and I was going to reach out and figure out where I belonged. And boy, has it paid off. Running for office at 34 years old, in a place that I haven't been in 10 years, was very challenging and scary. But I learned through that experience that the fear was worth it, that pushing through that fear was worth it. And now I'm here, excited to be leading our city in the direction that I think we're all excited to be going. So one of the things that I learned along the way were some strategies to get through those fearful moments. And one of them was visualization. And I'm excited to ask you to go through this experience with me, because one of the things that your new president said when I first got to meet him was that you should always begin with the end in mind. So I want to ask you, if you'll all close your eyes with me. I'm looking, so I know if you're doing this or not. If you'll all close your eyes, and I want you to imagine yourself 5 years from now. And I want you to get a little detailed with me. I want you to imagine the experiences that you're going to have, the experiences that you're going to choose to have outside of your comfort zone. Is there something right now that you are worried about, that you're fearful of, that you don't know if you can accomplish? Imagine yourself struggling through that experience, and in 5 years waking up and saying, I did it. It was worth it. It was worth the scare. It was worth the excitement. It was worth the journey. I'm going to give you a minute to settle in with that. Okay, you got it? You can open your eyes. So, to end today, I want to share with you a quote that I actually was shown as a student in your college when I was taking a literature class. And it was from the book, The Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. And it was written by a guy who recently passed away, actually, Robert Persig. And so it's been a little bit in the media lately, but I want to read this quote to end because I think it's really powerful as you enter in this new journey of your life and you start to wonder what are those moments of uncertainty that you might have. So here it is. To live only for some future goal can be shallow. It's the sides of the mountain which sustains life, not the top. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mayor Harless, for your words of encouragement. And now I would like the faculty to please stand. If they would, please. It is because of their knowledge and commitment to student success that we're here tonight, and they share with each graduate the excitement of completion as well as the joy of achievement. And I would personally also like to thank all of our faculty and our staff for everything they do each and every day to assure that our students are successful and that we have the opportunity to be here tonight at this wonderful celebration. So please join me in thanking them. Now, at this time, will the candidates please rise? Dr. Reese, I present the candidates for graduation, and I certify on behalf of the faculty that they have successfully completed all of the requirements for their respective credentials. Ladies and gentlemen, as the names of the graduates are read, those graduating with honors are noted in the program. Those wearing gold honor stoles are members of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Those wearing blue honor cords reflects student achievement at or above the 75th percentile on the Educational Testing Service Proficiency Profile, which indicates proficiency in general education competencies. Those wearing red cords are Community Scholarship Program graduates, and these graduates met certain requirements while in high school to attain this status. Now, the first row of graduates may proceed to the stage, and all others may be seated. There will be a professional photographer taking pictures as the students receive their credentials. Please refrain from coming to the stage to take photographs. Okay, and our first graduate receiving their Associate in Science tonight is Dallas McKinney. The following graduates will be receiving an Associate in Arts: Savannah Glenn Wilkins, Stephanie Lorraine Morgan, Austin Brent Barrett, Emily Lane Boyd, Lori Ann Driscoll, Tiffany Renee Dougherty, Kezia Phillips, Ashley J. Foss. Aaron Jesse Owen Keys. Brittany Nicole Harrington. Haley Elizabeth Bone. Allison Page Bone. Logan Bradley Pickett. Marcus William Ballard. Alyssa Mackenzie Gillis. Itzel Ismar Carmona. Donna Danielle Carter. Amanda K. McElroy. Gregory Thomas Scoggins Puckett. John Patrick Redden. Heather Leanne Roberts. Emily Ruth Smith. Nisa Carol Shemwell. Garrett Alexis Webb. Hannah Lynn Schultz. Zachary Paul Schultz. Heather Nicole Redd. Shantae Etheline Powell. Sarah E. Ladd. April Garman Trice. The following graduates are receiving an Associate in Fine Arts. Joanne Wong Hammonds. Andrew Lewis Huckleberry. Deanne Elizabeth Willett. Rebecca Nicole Thulin. The following graduates will be receiving an Associate in Science. Alan Patel. The following, Marissa Lynn Keith is also receiving an Associate in Applied Science. Bianca Lamb. Austin Ryan Witherspoon. Julia Catherine Butler. Jacob Ryan Pinkston. Jeffrey G. Scott. Susanna Marie Morrow. Phyllis A. Pena Clara. Shauna Jean Frazier. Kayla Alice Helton. Kirsten Leanne Patterson. Caitlin Nicole Hagan. Audrey Blair Payton. Barbara M. Adams. Glenda V. Davis. Robert Cody Rudolph. Jeremy Wayne Duncan. Wesley Owen Alonso Stewart. Lauren Renee Travis. Amelia K. Powell. Elizabeth Marie Shields. Sandra Renee Cox. Cody Donovan Vanderson. Javaro Lynn Freeman. David R. Fuller. Brandon Teddy Potvin. Aaron James O'Daniel. Clint Evan Price. Hunter Brian Wilkerson. Dontrell Sherrod Barber. Jason Gernard Kelly. John Robert Ward. Jason Michael Armstrong. Dion A. Oliver. Dion is receiving a diploma. Jameson Howard Smith is receiving an Associate in Applied Science. Caitlin Ann Isbell, Associate in Applied Science. Shauna Curtrice Auberry, Associate in Applied Science. Ashley Nicole Sotelo, Associate in Applied Science. Ashley Shanks is receiving an Associate in Applied Science. Lindsay Michelle Briggs, an Associate in Applied Science. And also receiving an Associate in Applied Science, Katie Elizabeth Asbury. The following graduates will be receiving diplomas. Temper B. Sullinger. Christian J. Jesus Mercado. Gage Thomas Tynes. The following graduates will be receiving certificates. Austin Hopwood is receiving a diesel technology certificate. Adam Christopher Harvey is also receiving a diesel technology certificate. Crystal Dawn Hansen. Tiffany Henry. Ariel M. Spann. Jessica Erin Hayes. Terry P. Burgess. Caleb Hall Thurman. Natasha Baldwin. Samantha Jo Cox. James Lee Edward Maynard. Kimberly Michelle Jackson. Now, will the graduates please rise? Mr. President, I present the graduating class of 2017.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Kentucky Community and Technical College System and the Commonwealth of Kentucky, I hereby pronounce you graduates of West Kentucky Community and Technical College. You may now move your tassels to the left side. Yeah. You may be seated. You may be seated. And congratulations. What a powerful moment. Thank you, Dallas, for sharing your powerful stories. To me, West Kentucky Community Technical College's students represents the face of America. You each have a story, and many times there is adversity. You came to our college and saw it as a place of hope and encouragement. It is our goal that you have the knowledge and skill sets because of entering our doors to now create a better life for you and your families. Central to the WKCTC mission, we teach, train, and transform with excellence to prepare our students to enter into the workforce or transfer to a four-year institution, ultimately leading to jobs. Thank you, Mayor Harless, for your very incredible story, encouraging remarks to our graduates. Students, your credentials tonight means that you've achieved a personal mark of excellence, and it means a mark of achievement, too, for your family and friends with you here tonight. Join me in thanking your family and friends for being here with you tonight. Yes. Congratulations to all of you who've been with these students along the way. I would also want to give my thanks and appreciation to our faculty and to take a moment also to recognize our outstanding staff. Any staff members that are present? Any staff members that stand, wherever you are, staff members? They've provided the support inside and outside of the classroom. Thank you so much. You know, our faculty and staff truly play a large role in our graduate success and also contribute tremendous amount of time and talent to our incredible institution. So it gives me pleasure now to recognize, and I'll ask them to stand as I call their names, Paul Householder, Peggy Block, John Carrico, and Dr. Tina Payne, who are retiring this year. Yes, indeed. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They represent over 100 years of service to our college, over 100 years. Thank you. Thank you, Paul, Peggy, John, Tina. Thank you so much. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Thank you. So graduates, we wish you great success, and very simply, we are incredibly proud of you. We hope you carry the feelings, the aspirations, and words of encouragement expressed tonight with you and make the world truly a better place. At this time, please stand as Fowler Black leads us in the singing of My Old Kentucky Home. The words are in your program. And please remain standing as the recessional leaves the auditorium.
The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the children are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by hard times comes a knocking at the door, then my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady, oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away.